This challenge is called Count Objects. We're going to have an array of objects and we need to count the number of items that meets a certain requirements or a certain condition. So here they say we have a function in the editor, which is this one right here, and it has one parameter. The parameter is objects. Objects is an array of objects, meaning that every item inside of that array is an object. Every object in the array has two properties, x and y. Our goal in this challenge is to count the number of objects which have the same value for their x and y properties. So we want to say if x is equal to y for every object, then we want to count that and we want to add them up to find the total number of objects inside of the array that meets this condition. So we still have our function name and the parameter. Now I have a variable here initialized to 0 and I'm using the let keyword here instead of const because I intend to update the value of that variable inside of my iteration right here. So this is going to hold the total number of objects that meets the condition that I just explained. So I want to say objects, which is my array right here, the array of objects, and I'm calling the for each function, which will iterate through my array. At every iteration, I'm going to get access to the current item inside of the array that I'm calling obj, and I can perform some operations on that item. So here I have a simple condition. It's only one line because the condition only has one statement. So I'm saying if x of obj is equal to the y value of obj, then I want to increase or rather increment the value of my count variable. So this is going to count all the items inside of my array that meets this condition. Once I'm done with the iteration here, I want to return the count value from my function. So let's run this code right here. We see that here we have this array of objects. There are 5 objects here. The first one has 1 for the value of x and 1 for the value of y. This meets the condition that we described right here. So we count this as 1. Then we have here x and y have different values, so we don't count this one. But here 3 and 3, these are the same values for x and y, so we add that to our count variable. Now the value of count is 2 because the first one is this here, so that's 1, that's 2. And for the last 2 objects, 3 and 4 are not the same, 4 and 5 are not the same, so we end up with 2 objects that meets this condition right here. Our value here that we return was 2, and indeed we had 2 valid objects. So let's submit this code right now, and we've passed all the 3 test cases. So that was it for the challenge called Count Objects. If you like my solution, please subscribe to my channel and I'll catch you next time.